Hello and welcome to our second tutorial video. Today we are going to focus on written expression, the second chapter of our module Scientific English. In this presentation, we are going to be focusing on what is writing, sentences and sentence type, and finally parts of paragraphs. So, what is writing? Writing is a process of inventing ideas, thinking about how to express them, and organizing them into statements and paragraphs, which the purpose is used to communicate something with the other people indirectly. But we need rules to produce coherent and well-structured essays. The first one is clarity. Next, coherence, and finally, brevity and simplicity. Clarity is the basic rule in writing, and without it, communication will be impossible. By clarity is meant to avoid ambiguous words and sentences that may convey more than one meaning or multiple interpretations. Second, coherence. Coherence has to do with arranging and linking one idea to another in a way that makes them most easily understood by the reader. And finally, brevity and simplicity. It is necessary to convey the maximum information with minimum words. So now let's move to sentences and sentence type. First, what is sentence? A sentence is a group of words that express a complete thought. A sentence also must have a subject and a verb, but it may or may not have an object. There is direct object, indirect object, etc. It is the building block of all writing. Paragraphs, memos, letters, reports, and even essays and books are constructed from sentences. Example, I am student is a sentence. I am student at biological department is also a sentence. In writing, it is important to know the different type of sentences because the reader wants to see sentence variety in your writing. Using one type of sentence, your writing becomes very boring, very hard to follow. So, what you need is a variety of sentence structures in your writing to give it a little bit of life. Luckily, you only need to know only 4 types of sentences. We have the simple sentence, compound sentence, complex sentence, and finally compound and complex sentence, both of them together. So, before to move to the type of sentences, the 4 types of sentences, we should know clauses. We have 2 types of clauses, independent clauses and dependent clauses. An independent clause can be understood if it is read on its own, which means it's a simple sentence. Independent clause and simple sentence are the same. They need subject and verb to be understood. We don't need the rest of sentence. Okay? Now, dependent clause is a group of words that contain subject and predicates, but cannot stand alone to act as a simple sentence. A dependent clause is used as one of the 3 parts of speech, noun, adjective, or adverb. Later, I'm going to share with you the difference between clause and sentence because it is a whole different lectures. Okay, now you need to know only the type of sentences. Let's move to the simple sentence. It consists of just one independent clause, which means verb and subject, okay? Subjects, predicates. I'm going to explain what is subject and what is predicate. In this example, we have here Fatima studied biology. Fatima is subject, studied biology is verb plus object. Here, studied biology is the predicate, which means we are going to separate sentence in two parts. The first one is subject, and the second one predicate, which means the verb and the rest of the sentence. It could be adjective, it could be adverb, direct objects, indirect objects, etc. Now let's move to the compound sentence. When you join two simple sentences, you have to join two simple sentences properly, you get a compound sentence. You can join those two sentences to create a compound sentence with a conjunction for, and, nor, but, or, yet, so, etc. Okay, let's see here in this example. I am working now. It's a sentence, it's a simple sentence. We will eat later. It's another sentence. We join those two sentences using but as a conjunction. I'm working now, but we will eat later. So this is a compound sentence. Let's move to the complex sentence. A complex sentence is a sentence that contains both a dependent clause and independent clause. For example, although she was considered smart, she failed all her exams. Here, compound complex sentence. Compound complex sentence combines at least two independent clauses and at least one dependent clause. Let's see in this example. I passed the test, but I would have gotten a perfect score if I had studied for the vocabulary section. Now, let's move to what is a paragraph. A paragraph is a group of related sentences that discuss usually only one idea. It can be as short as one sentence or as long as 10 sentences. The number of sentences is unimportant. However, the paragraph should be long enough to develop the main idea clearly. So let's move to parts of paragraph. Like other forms of writing, paragraphs follow a standard three-part structure with a beginning, middle, and the end. We have introduction, body, and conclusion. So, in the introduction, we should find the topic sentence. It is important to find the topic sentence, which means the sentence that sets the topic, your topic. Next, in the body, development and support sentences, and finally, the concluding sentence. Now, the topic sentence states the main idea of the paragraph. Supporting sentences develop the topic sentence. That is, they explain or prove the topic sentence by giving more information about it. And finally, the concluding sentence signals the end of the paragraph and leave the reader with important points to remember by summarizing the main points of the paragraph or repeating the topic sentence in different words. Remember, Every good paragraph has both unity and coherence. You achieve unity by discussing only one idea in the paragraph, always staying on the topic in your supporting sentences. You achieve coherence by using transition signals. I'm going to share with you some signals that help you in your writing, and arranging your idea in some kind of logical word order. We can see the concluding sentence and the introduction. It's wrong. A few transition markers. First, adding, which means you want to add something, like and, also, in addition, moreover, furthermore, etc. Constructing ideas. However, nevertheless, nonetheless, on the contrary, on the other hand, or by contrast. Next, clarifying. You want to clarify your ideas. In other words, that is, in effect, to simplify. And sequencing. Sequencers are very important in writing. We have to begin with firstly, secondly, lastly, finally, next. Those are very important to order your writing. And we have exemplifying, which means giving examples. For example, for instance, in particular, to illustrate. And summing up, summarizing your ideas, to summarize, to conclude, in conclusion, clearly then, and finally, stating a logical conclusion. We have therefore, thus, hence, as a result, consequently, accordingly, for that reason, etc. Thank you, dear students, and we will see you soon in another tutorial video.